Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel, and on today's episode we are breaking down my semifinals match at the Fuji competition I just had this past weekend in St. Louis. So I haven't uploaded in a while because I've been studying for cybersecurity certifications. I have a 3-month-old, so my time has been very limited, but I've been working like a dog in the gym, and I wanted to showcase some of the stuff I've been working in no-gi. So with all that out of the way, let's get into this breakdown. So here we are at the start of the match. It's only 5 minutes long, so not a lot of time to work, but this is Brown Belt Masters 1 under 150. So what I'm doing here is I'm keeping it on the feet. I don't really want to pull. I want to go for takedowns because I've been working a lot of takedowns in judo, as you will see later in the match. And I'm fighting for inside position. So my right hand is trying to get a nice collar tie, and my left hand is trying to control his right hand. So we're going to stay on the feet. I just want to feel him out and see what he's going to try to do. He's doing the same thing that I'm trying to do. But once I get that inside position, I go for that inside leg trip, which is one of my favorite takedowns to do. I've used it a lot. It's featured in a lot of my videos, and I time it perfectly so I get my 2 points right at the edge of the mat, and then we're going to reset in the center. So I'm going to get back into the position here, but my right hand, which you can't really see from this angle, is compromised. He's got it kind of in a mirror lock position. So my coach is telling me to bury my head into his jaw and then release my hand, not try to pull it out, just release it when the timing is right. So what I'm trying to do here is make sure he can't get that arm lock position, and I'm going to stack him by driving my head into his chin. I continue to do that, stepping up into the guard. This is not normally what I would do. I would normally try to just stand up, but he's got my arm in a compromised position, so I can't really stand up yet. So what I'm doing is I'm just burying my chin, the top of my head into his chin to try to get him to free my arm. And once my arm is free, I'm going to be able to step away, and I'm going to start controlling his arms and try to step out of the inside position that he was trying to work for. So that step through pass is something that I do all the time as well, and I'm able to use that and spin around and get into a side control, scoring 3 more points for the side control position here. So now what I'm trying to do is just solidify the position. I'm looking at the time. My coach is also telling me what I should be going for next, but this guy has a really good guard. He's able to get guard retention. I was kind of being kind of floaty, to be honest. I wasn't really trying to put a lot of pressure on, and now I'm just going to stand up and back away. So I'm really just disengaging. I don't want to get into any leg entanglements, and my opponent here is going to opt for staying on the ground. So I'm going to control both of his feet and try to pressure in, try to get Toriando passes here, and anytime that I don't get it, I just disengage. This is something that I talk about a lot. Disengage is one of the things you should be doing as a guard passer. Enter the guard on your own terms. If something doesn't feel right, or somebody's grabbing your legs like he's trying to do here and it doesn't feel right, disengage completely and re-enter on your own terms. So here my opponent elects to stand up once again, so we're going to keep this on the feet. So here I'm trying to work that inside position again, keeping my head low, keeping my legs nice and in a wrestler stance here so he can't shoot in, try to basically counter wrestle anything he tries to shoot at me. So here we get that inside position once again. I'm grabbing the elbow here, and what I'm going to try to do is circle to the inside here, and I drop and get him in another takedown position, scoring 2 more points, but he's able to get his left knee inside and recover the guard. So I immediately back away, and then I re-engage on my own terms. So here you can see my opponent's trying to get his right leg inside, making that elbow knee connection, trying to recover his guard, but I'm going to control his legs with my right arm and then slide into the space here, scoring another 3 points for the side control position. So now that I've solidified the side control position, I want to hop over to mount. I get a little bit too greedy, and my opponent gets to recover the guard and stands up. He looks at the time and the clock to see how much time is left, and I now realize that I was up by 10 points here. So I'm going to keep it on the feet. If he wants to keep staying with me, this is what I want. This is what I normally don't get for people in my weight class. They always pull and they always shoot for leg entanglements, but to have somebody stand with me is like the first time you've seen it on the channel and the first time you've seen it, I've seen it in competition. So here I hit a great sasai. Shout out to my judo coach. I'm going to call him my judo coach now, Philip, who's a black belt in judo. He's been training me on the sasai and just incorporating judo into my stand-up game. I'm trying to get wrestling in there and judo in there, and that was an awesome trip that I was able to hit in competition. I've been working that quite a bit, so I was pretty happy on scoring the 2 points there. And again, I just back away and re-engage on my own terms, and my opponent decides to stand up. So we're going to keep this on the feet. So again, I'm trying to grab that inside collar position, inside tie position, control the elbow here, control that inside space, try to basically push him into a position where I can get another foot sweep or another takedown position. So again, we're staying head to head. I'm blocking everything he's trying to shoot in. I'm keeping nice control of the mat, and right here I get that low single and get back into another takedown position, back into his guard, but I immediately stand up and disengage. Now I'm controlling his legs. I'm staying at the outside of his legs, that far passing position, and here I'm just gonna kind of toss his legs to the side. He's not really giving me any type of energy. I don't know what he was trying to go for there, but I was able to toss the legs to the side, solidify the side control once again, and score another 3 points with only 25 seconds left in the match. So since we were on the edge of the mat, we're going to be centered back into the center of the ring here, and we're going to set back up into the position that we were in. I actually don't remember what position I was in, so we kind of had a little trying to figure out what was going on there, but my opponent now does a great job of framing, and I'm just going to stand back up again. I'm just going to disengage completely, control the legs, and allow him to stand up, because if he wants to keep it on the feet, I'm going to let that happen, because I've never had someone stand up with me this long in a competition before. So again, I'm working on that inside position, hit that Sasai once again, scoring another 2 points, and that's going to be the end of the match. So let's get right into the takeaways. One of the major takeaways here is just fighting for grip control, making sure that you have a good collar tie and going for what you want, and also protecting yourself from any shots here. As you can see, I'm very quick on the feet, and once I get the grips that I want, I immediately hit my inside leg trip. Another takeaway is just to be a well-rounded grappler by adding wrestling and judo to your moves. As you can see here, I add a beautiful Sasai here, and I was able to take my opponent down multiple times with that same move, and it just makes you more dangerous. If you have got judo and you've got wrestling, you're going to be a dominant force on the feet against pure jiu-jitsu people, forcing them to want to pull guard, and once they pull guard, if you're a guard passer, that's what you want. So adding different martial arts to your repertoire is going to make you a more well-rounded and dangerous grappler. So that is the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting the channel. It truly means more than you know. And also shout out to my opponent John Burgess, who I found out afterwards was a blue belt who signed up for the expert division. He's a 10th planet guy, so I just naturally thought when I signed up everyone else in the bracket would be brown belts in the expert division, but shout out to him for stepping into deep waters against me and another brown belt who ended up taking second place, which will be in the finals match for the next video. So kudos to him. He's only going to get better by testing himself at this level. So the finals match is going to be uploaded here very shortly. It's going to be against a very talented brown belt, and the last time we competed against each other was 10-11 years ago, I think, in a white belt submission only challenge. So it's going to be nice to see how we stack up against each other 11 years later. So stay tuned for that one, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.